Looks great right there. You guys look great.
Oh,
Ready?
that
1, 2.
Hey guys,
welcome back to our channel. That is my part, not yours.
Girl, we both say it.
You know what that just sounded like? That sounded like a TV show and like that was scripted.
Oh, like
you know?
one of the bloopers?
No, that's not what I mean. It's been 2 months since we recorded, but we've still been in quarantine and everything, so it ain't our fault.
Yeah, please don't blame us. Don't come for us. Even though I don't think anybody really missed us.
I did.
Oh, thanks, Drea.
Can you push it back a little bit? I don't want you to get it on my rug, because you look like you was about to drop it.
We should get your coasters, huh?
No.
Ain't you no one yelling about coasters all the time?
Mainly, we're going to be talking about the Black Lives Matter. We want to see what you guys' opinion is on what's going on. Do you support it? Do you not support it?
And this is our personal views.
Yeah, these are our personal views.
We don't want to hear anything about us being racist, about us having like, just because we have a different type of, I guess, view on things, people like to jump on it and run with it.
And keep in mind, and even for the people who maybe don't support it, like, that's not shaming you either. Like, if you don't support it, that's all to you. I feel like everything that you support, everything that your views are on, is just the way that you grew up in life, where you grew up, maybe how you were raised. Like, that's not your fault. You know what I mean? Like,
I know this is kind of off subject, but my sexuality, I don't push it on people. Like, if you don't accept it, you don't accept it. I really don't care. It doesn't affect me. As long as I'm living my life and I know my truth.
Yeah, that's just a disclaimer we had to put out there. But anyway, so we got a couple of notes just so we can keep ourselves on track and not be like all over in this video.
Because we tend to do that.
Yeah, the first 10 minutes of this video.
Literally.
So the first topic that we are gonna touch on is, do you support the Black Lives Matter movement? I do.
Me too.
I support it, and I feel like it's true. Like, you know, every race goes through their own things, you know what I mean? And like, everybody says, oh, police beat up on Spanish people, police beat up on white people. Yeah, they might, but it happens more to black people than what it happens to us as Spanish people, or, you know, people as white people. Like, the whole movement isn't that it doesn't happen to others. It's just the fact that it happens to them more, they're targeted more, and you see it everywhere, and nobody likes to talk about it because everybody feels like everybody's even, and they're not. Like, you know, it's obvious. White people know that they're not even. Spanish people know that they're not even. Like, everybody wants to discredit black people just because of the history. I'm ranting. Go ahead, because
I'll be the first one to tell you, like, call it what it is. I used to be an All Lives Matter person. Okay, I thought I was gonna get some hate up in here, but things changed my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's open to change and like changing their minds, which is why one of the things that kind of I support it to an extent. I don't like when people shut down other people. For example, if we don't agree on something, like, I'm not gonna sit here and just curse you out and just block your, you know, what you believe or how you feel. Maybe I can change your mind. I think that's what kind of is like, has a little question mark in the back of my head. It's like, if you don't agree with us, then you're not with us, and that's not even it.
Shout out to Dre for my Black Lives Matter bracelet. I just don't understand how it's 2020 and there's still a lot of racism. Yeah. But and this might offend a lot of people, but I'm gonna say it anyway.
Go ahead, girl.
Oh Lord. Because y'all know y'all like to hate on me, but I'm gonna say it anyway because I feel like this whole every single culture is behind the Black Lives Matter movement right now, but I feel like some, and I'm not going to say everybody in the movement or what this movement represents, but I feel like a lot of, you know, black people who are into this right now and feel so strongly about it are becoming racist themselves. I'm going to
piggyback off of that because I feel like it's true, because people come with this perception that only white people can be racist, and that's not the case. Yeah. I knew somebody that was very, very close to me and was a minority and was very racist. So it's like, you can't just fault one person for a whole race. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I'm not going to sit here and fault one cop for all cops. Yeah. Because I feel like not all cops are bad. Let alone, there are racist cops. Like, that's just, I mean, it is what it is. Just like there's racist people, there's racist cops. And some people abuse power. But you can't fault everybody, because people have some people actually do have good intentions.
For instance, I watched a video of 4 cops literally doing their job, not raising their voice at a person, not cursing them out, and then the person was just like, why they have to send the white cops? Why the white cops have to come over here? Like, why does it matter?
Yeah.
You know, why does it matter that it's a white cop? Like, just because he's white doesn't mean he's about to sit here and beat you or arrest you for no reason. Like, you don't realize that you're being racist to justify what's being racist towards you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if I'm putting it into words, and I apologize if I'm not. I don't want y'all to bash me for this. I hope some people do understand what I'm saying, is that a lot of people are just being racist back.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, for example, right? I'm one person that, like, I'm never gonna sit here and be like, fuck all cops or whatever, or defund the police, because I feel like at the end of the day, when things get worse, that's the people you depend on. So it's like, it's kind of hypocritical in my opinion to be like, oh, F this, like, cops ain't this, blah, blah, blah. You can't fault everybody for anything. Just like, for example, right? If I were to say let's just say hypothetically speaking, my cousin was a racist, and she's like, full on, like, racist, she says racist things, or he or whatever, you can't fault all Spanish people for that.
Yeah.
Like, Spanish people, I'm not saying that Spanish people can't be racist, because there's racism in our own race. Like,
and if you're Spanish,
growing up.
Yeah, and if you're Spanish, you grew up with it. You know, like, within Spanish race, you don't understand how racist Spanish people are also. Now, I think Spanish racism is different than the actual racism that American faces, because it's like, for instance, my family isn't racist. You know, they talk to anybody. They're not racist against blacks, white, or anything. But if I would have married out of my race, it would have been a big deal.
Yes.
You know, my family would have never wanted me with a black man, with maybe a white man. I don't know what the, you know, not that they wouldn't want me with it, but they would internally have a problem with that, because no Spanish person wants you to marry outside of the race. They want the culture to continue, which I'm sure probably any other culture would do the same also, but I just know it firsthand because I'm Spanish, you know, but
it's always been like that with my family too. I don't know, I've heard this thing where it's like, what is it, like, kind of keeping the bloodline here, and I just feel like that's kind of bullshit. The second one that I wrote down was history of police brutality. I mean, it happens. Like, it happens. There's crooked cops. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is why they do what they do, you know? And I feel like they're the race that's most actively on it. It's not Hispanics, and that's why theirs is blowing up. Like, you know, like,
and police brutality is real. And and just to go back to the whole Black Lives Matter thing that's happening on right now, it's happened more to black people, and that's so sad that it's literally only black people. And black people have this, like, stereotype to police that they're bad people, that they're drug dealers, that they're murderers and stuff like that. And it's like, I feel like the second a racist cop sees them, they take advantage of their power, and they know that they can't do it. And the second that person defends themselves back, now it's this big deal. Now they're going to jail for everything, even though that was just out of self-defense.
They weren't a majority. They're more privileged.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're more privileged, and that is a fact. Like, and who's ever white, black, Spanish, whatever, could tell you that white people are so privileged. And that's not to offend white people to say that you guys are privileged. I mean, in your position, you're doing better than us. You know what I mean? That's great. I'm happy for you that you're privileged. And, you know, I don't want nobody to feel offended when I say that, because it's not to offend anybody. Like I said, this is our opinion, but it's, you know, white people are more privileged. If you look at a case where a white person and a Spanish person, or a white person and a black person does the same exact crime, who do you think is going to get the last time? You know? So,
if they even do time.
Yeah, if they even do.
But anyway, next subject. All right, next topic. Did we go to any protests, and why?
I didn't go to any protests, mainly because, not that I don't support it, because like I said, I do, but COVID is still going on. You know, COVID is still going on. I'm not trying to bring that home to my kids. I wasn't there. I was there in support at home, but I wasn't out there.
I didn't go, and I'm gonna just say why I didn't go. At the time, like, I just felt like it was a lot going on. I was really overwhelmed, like, all this riot and looting and stuff like that. And
it was a scary moment.
I'm not gonna sit here and like say that we were gonna do it, but you just never know. You know what I mean? Like, that's the one thing I'm not with right now is the whole looting. I don't see the purpose. I don't see why people are feeling the need to rob any store.
And just to touch on that, those people, if you're listening, I am going to offend you. I don't care if I offend you. You are not here for the Black Lives Matter movement at all. You are taking advantage of George Floyd's death, saying that you're out there protesting, but really you're out there just trying to get your kids some shoes. No, like, don't, that's just offensive. That's so disrespectful to him. That's so disrespectful to everybody who's out there protesting. And you know, these protests, some have been really dangerous. So for the people who've been out there risking their lives to show their support, it's just disrespecting them for you to be out there messing with somebody else's business who is probably supporting
that's what I was gonna
the movement themselves.
Like, I would feel some type of way if I started my business from the ground up and I put my heart and my soul into it, and you don't even know if I'm with you guys, and you're just literally breaking my windows, coming into my store, stealing everything that I got. First of all, you guys aren't gonna pay for it. I just don't see like how that even. His family hasn't even came out and said stop doing it. So it's like.
And then, you know, those people, and it's very insensitive of the people who've been doing that because COVID is happening. So these businesses are already falling, just economical purposes in general. And then you're gonna sit there and then mess it up even more because you're protesting for George Floyd. No, you're not. You're disrespecting this business. You're disrespecting his name. That's not like what the purpose is. But here's my conspiracy on that, though. I think, I might be wrong, I don't know, but I feel like those riots may have been planned by maybe higher powers, maybe by police, maybe by the government, to make these Black Lives Matter protesters look like they're bad, and it's really not even them. You know, because those are the only ones that are getting put on CNN and all these newses are the riots that are making these people look like bad people. You know, but the peaceful protests, like here in New Orleans, they had so many peaceful protests throughout the week, and none of that happened here. I feel like a little bit of part of me feels like that was all set up. That was a plan by some upper power superiors to make it look like it's not what you should be doing. You shouldn't be protesting. These are the type of people who are protesting. Like, I feel like all that was like purposely planned. I don't know. I might be wrong. I'm a huge conspiracy theory. I think. Anyway.
I just think at the end of the day, people know right from wrong. Like, I just don't see the point of burning down a building. Like, even if you were to give me a rock, I wouldn't throw it because that's just how I like handle situations. Like, I'm not.
Not really a rock, babe.
A rock, brick, whatever. This man like was trying to save his business, but from what I seen, I think with a machete. He came outside with a machete and like they almost beat the man to death. He was like unconscious on the floor, and it's just like, can you really blame him? Like, that's his business, you know. Like, people really start from the ground. Like, this is why I didn't, and I don't care. Come at me. I really give two shits. I did not.
They're not gonna come for you. They're only gonna come for me. You already know that.
And speaking of which, so I've seen that a lot of people influence it. Like, I have people like on. I mean, you can post whatever the hell you want, but just saying like, oh, like, defund the police, don't forget to do this, like, right here, like, what the hell is wrong? Like, we're losing literally our humanity. Yeah. Like, I feel like there's a way to get your point across, and like people are just like, it's just fucked. Like, I understand there's a time where you just come to a point where you just explode and you just can't handle no more. But at the same time, it's like, what if my nephew was in that Target and you guys set it on fire? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain things that you have to, like, you can't base everything off of emotion.
Yeah.
People are being so ignorant now. Like, they don't even want open conversations. It's you're with us or you're not.
Yeah.
If you have a question about it, you're not with us. And that's so childish.
Everybody has their own opinion, their own views. They can believe in whatever they want. If Junior didn't support Black Lives Matter and he was like, I think it's the stupidest thing in the world, I would be like, okay, well, what you want to go eat? Like, right. You know, then we won't talk about it. Yeah.
At the beginning when I said, that's why I changed my mind, because people opened my eyes. Like, instead of shutting people out, why don't you try to change their mind? Okay, next topic.
What's your hair?
Who are you talking to?
Not you.
Ooh.
He talking to wifey.
Get out the frame.
What's up, baby?
Hey. Jonathan said he like my curls, y'all.
Dang.
I don't want to tell me to get away.
Oh, look, y'all, that's her fucking husband, basically.
What can we do better? We can teach our kids better. We can try and educate each other without feeling offended and without making it an argument. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody doesn't view what you view, okay, try and take the time to allow them to view what you view, to see what you're saying. And at the end of the day, if they don't feel what you feel still, then it is what it is. But just as a parent, just teach your kids better. You know, if they question you about something, don't feel scared to correct them or to explain it to them just because they're young.
You hit the nail on the head.
Because it's like, you're never too young to educate your kids on a certain topic. You know what I mean? Kids are sponges. So even though you think they're young, their mind is so much bigger than what you think. You know what I mean? So just educate your kids, educate each other without arguing. Just be adults about things, you know?
You basically touched it. That's exactly what it is. Like, just open conversation. Like,
don't be afraid to have these conversations with people. Like,
and people are gonna disagree with you. Sorry to cut you off, but it's life.
This conversation, this video that Junior and I are doing for you guys, like, you can't be scared to open your mouth and to give your opinion to the world. We're probably gonna have a whole bunch of negative comments, a whole bunch of bashing us, but this is our views. No matter what you guys say in the comments, it's not gonna change my opinion. It's not gonna steer me the opposite way to hate this movement, or it's not gonna steer me to hate them.
No, what I'm saying is, like, you know, there's certain things we've talked about. There's certain things we talked about that maybe we're not too informed about that people can inform us about. I'm all about that, though.
Yeah.
People think that we're fucking racist. Have you ever been discriminated against?
No. I've never been discriminated against. Not that I've noticed.
I remember one time, I don't know if this counts, but I was in line in TJ Maxx, and they had a little white girl with her mom, and they were like right in front of me. And I don't know, I was just talking to the kid, and I was like, "Hey, little girl," not like that, but you know, I was like, "Hey, little girl." And the mom
That's
was
how you said it. You was like, "Nah, not like
that." I was like, "Hey, girl.
Hey,
bitch." But anyway, so her mom just like grabbed her and like was like, "Come here." And I would have grabbed him. I would have grabbed him and be like, "No, come with me." But it's just like, I don't know if it's because I was a man, or was it because I was Hispanic? I don't know. I felt kind of weird about it.
I don't know, because
but I don't know
guess
if that's discrimination.
Could have just been an overprotective mom.
Yeah, it could have just probably been overprotective. She probably, or maybe she was already aggravated and you just blew her even more.
Tends to happen. I want to say one thing before we even cut this video. I'm not black. I will never understand what it is to be like, you know, walking down the street, somebody shoot me, or maybe I could, you know. There are things that I don't fully understand. I never grew up like, you know, like my mom telling me like this can possibly happen to you, and I will never experience something like that. So, I mean, to say that I 100% understand, I'll be lying to y'all.
Yeah, and the fact that we understand to the point that we get where you guys' discrimination comes from, we see the discrimination that goes against black people. I can't imagine being black myself and having black sons and having to have that conversation with them. You know, it's more than we can understand, you know, because till this day, with everything going on, I still don't feel like I ever have to have that conversation with my kids. You know, like, it's not something that we go through.
I'm not gonna fault one person for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm not that type of person. I will fault Drea and Anna though, because they're ugly, but I'm not gonna fault all the girls for being out.
Wait.
But wait.
So if you guys have anything you guys want to educate us on, or any opinions or beliefs or whatever the case may be, sorry that this video was kind of a little bit more serious, but you know, we'll be coming out with new videos now because of COVID is gone-ish.
What, boy?
Okay.
No, it's not.
I lied. It's still there.
You know what's really weird also? That all these protests of thousands of people all over the world, you know what I mean? And they haven't broadcasted how the numbers have spiked.
They have.
Or let's cut that. I haven't seen the numbers spike, at least, and they haven't made it more serious if the numbers have spiked.
This concludes today's video. Sorry it was a little bit more serious than our other videos, but we'll be coming out with more content now that, you know, quarantine is kind of, I guess, more...
We get it.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, you guys, if you haven't already, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. You guys share this with everybody. It'll get to subscribe, you guys.
You got a hitchhiker thumb? I do.
No? What is that? Oh, when it bends?
When it bends backwards.
Oh, we're getting off subject.
Oh, sorry. Alright guys, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and
we
we'll
will
see you
in the next
time.
video. Bye.
Ahí está, Fe.